Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for finding time to join me for this presentation. My name is Fitria Nurul'aini, and I'm a Chihuahua University student. Today, I'm going to talk about conditional sentences. To begin, let's look at the definition and use of conditional sentences. What is conditional sentences? A conditional sentence is a type of sentence that states a condition and the outcome of that condition occurring. We use conditional sentences to explain what actually happens, what could happen, so a possible and likely outcome in the future. We talk about what we wish would happen, so imagining a different outcome for our present situation, and what might have happened, so thinking about a different outcome that happened in the past. So basically, conditional sentences is to express condition that might have or that possibly or impossibly happen in past, present, or future. To easier the understanding about conditional sentence, I will explain about the structure of the sentence. A conditional sentence is composed of two parts. As you can see in the picture, there is the if clause and the main clause. The if clause is the condition and the main clause the result of the condition. There are two types of structure conditional sentences. First, if clause plus main clause. And the second is main clause and if clause. It's important to use a comma after the if clause. When the if clause recite the main clause, but if the main clause recite the if clause, you don't have to use a comma. Look at the examples. If it rains, I will not come. This is structure number 1, structure 1. If we use this example for structure 2, it will be, I will not come if it rains. Another example, I will help you if you ask me. This is the second structure. If we use the first structure, the will, if you ask me, I will help you. There are two structures to make a conditional sentence, but in this presentation, I'm going to take examples from the first structure, the if clause plus main clause. There are 4 different types of conditional sentences in English. Each expresses a different degree of probability that a situation will occur or would have occurred under certain circumstances. It's important to use the correct structure for each of different conditional sentences because they express varying meaning. Pay attention to verb tense when using different conditional models. So I will explain one by one. First type is type 0, used to express general truth. Facts are generally true or scientific fact. The conditional always have the same result. This is the formula of type 0. We use present tense. We use simple present tense and simple present tense for both if clause and non clause. If plus subject plus verb 1, comma, subject plus verb 1. Examples. If we burn paper, it becomes ash. If you hit ice, it melts. If the water reaches 100 degrees, it boils. These are facts. These are situations that always have the same result. The second type is type first, used to express possible situation in the future, predicting a likely result in the future if the condition happens. So this is used to express a situation that might happen in the future. The formula is simple present and simple future. Simple present for the if clause and simple future tense for the main clause. If plus subject plus verb 1, comma, as first for plus will or shall plus verb 1. Example, if it doesn't rain, we will go to the library. If I study hard, I will get high score. If I meet him, I will introduce myself. This is the situation or the possible situation that might happen in the future. The third type is type second, used to express a hypothetical or unlikely, possible, unreal, or probable situation now or in the future. So this is like a situation that not possible happen in present or in future. We use this to express the situation could not possible happen in now or in the future. The formula is if plus subject plus verb 2. We use simple past for if clause, comma, as plus would, or we can use could, might, plus verb 1. Example, if I won the lottery, I would buy a car. If I were you, I would continue my study. If she met her mother, she would be very happy. This is a situation. These are situations that could not could happen or could not happen, like in the future or present. The fourth type is type third, the last type of conditional sentences, used to express an imaginary situation that did not happen in the past or person is imagining a different past and impossible situation. So basically, this type is to express a situation that most likely impossible to happen in the past. So the situation which is impossible, yes. If the situation is in the past, it's impossible to happen now. The formula is we use past perfect for the if clause. If plus subject plus had plus 40, comma, Subject plus would, could, might, should, plus have plus verb 3. Example, if you had told me you needed a ride, I would have left earlier. If she hadn't taken the course, she wouldn't have gotten the scholarship. If the team had played well, it would have won the competition. These are situations that uh, in the past, right? That so this is impossible to happen. So we just like imaginary the situation if the situation is different in the past. So that concludes the definition, use, structure, and types of conditional sentences. Please feel free to ask me with any question if you may have. Thank you.